Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with another video, and in this video we'll be talking about how to analyze ad accounts, how to analyze performance of an ad account, how to review campaigns, and also we'll be talking about how you can improve your campaigns, how you can improve the performance of any of your ad campaign. So we'll be talking mostly about lead gen ad campaigns because that's what we specialize in. That's what we've been running for the last 3 years. But this will give you some insights on how you can analyze your own ad accounts and how you can improve their performance. So without wasting any time, let's dive deep into it and let's look into the accounts. So you can see this is our ad account, and this is the client that we've been working with for the last 3 months since January, and we are giving him fantastic results. As you can see him, some of the campaigns are really doing good. We have produced total number of 425 leads, and reach is really good. The cost per result, on the most important note, it's very decent. It's very good. I would say it's $18. So the accepted range is about $25 in New Jersey for solar, so it's under $20. That's really fantastic. So we'll be looking at the performance of this ad campaign, and we'll be talking about these metrics first and what are the important metrics that we need to look at. So the first important metrics that we need to look at is the result, which is going to be cost per result, Facebook leads, cost per lead, whatever you are going to call it, it's the same thing, right? So as you can see here, we have produced about 425 leads, and the average cost per lead is $18. But you can see some of the campaigns we have some higher, lower, and all different type of all different type of cost per leads. So that's what it takes to test out and test new creatives, ads, and keep testing unless you find a winning ad. So you can see here we have done a lot of testings, tons of creative ads, checking out which one is working better. And when you have a winning ad, then you can see your cost per results is really low. So that should be your goal to get your cost per lead as low as possible, while maintaining a really decent lead volume. So let's look at the cost per result. So cost per result for this ad campaign is really good. That's what matters when we are running lead gen ad campaigns. Cost per lead is paramount. That's the only thing, not the only thing, but that's one of the most important thing that you should be worried about, keeping it down. Because I have seen some cases, you can see here, like, our lead cost went absolute crazy. $204 here, $39, $38. Like, we were testing bunch of things here. Also we were getting a decent volume, but our lead cost was super high. We tested another ad, you can see $117, another ad $52. So after doing a bunch of tests, we found what's working in that area, and now this campaign has been running ever since, right, in autopilot mode. So that's the beauty of these ad campaigns. Once you can launch these ad campaigns, once you find what's working in that area, you don't have to do anything after that. You can just spend the money and it will produce the leads. Your clients will close the deal and they will keep paying you every single month. All you have to do is just monitor how your campaign is performing, right? So let's look into the result is better for this one, and you can see two things here. We have two type of campaigns. One is English and one is Spanish, right? So Spanish is obviously going to be a little bit costlier than the English one because we have less Spanish speaking people than the English one, and the audience size shrinks down when it comes to Spanish speaking people, right? That's why you can see a major difference between the lead cost in English as well as the Spanish campaigns. English one is much cheaper, Spanish one is much higher, right? So that's the only reason for it. We have less audience in Spanish, we have more audience in English, right? So now impression, you can see we have decent impression here. The amount that we have spent most, you can see we really have good performance. So now we will filter it by delivery, and we are going to look at some of the important metrics that we need to analyze any ad account. So frequency is the most important metrics after your cost per lead, right? Because frequency determines how many times people have seen your ads. Okay, so frequency is basically, you can see the definition here, the average number of time that each account center saw your ad. So what does each account center mean? That means each person saw your ads how many times. So let's say you as the account center, you as the person saw any specific ad for let's say 3 times, that means the frequency for that ad is going to be 3 times. And obviously the average, it's going to be the average of all the number of people who have seen the ad. So let's say there are 10 people and they all have seen the ads 3 times, so the frequency is going to be 3. So more the frequency is, worse the ads are going to be, right? So as you can see here, we are increasing our spending. We are spending more and more money on this one. We are getting the leads. Our cost per lead is definitely lower, but also our frequency is getting higher. So we have to make some changes here. We have to start making some optimization so that when our frequency is higher, let's say around 3, 4, that's when the cost per lead will start spiking up, will start going up. So that's when we have to make some changes. So we have to be prepared for that. We have to be prepared in advance. We have to test new things. We have to test new images, new ideas, new creatives to see, okay, we have found another winning ad. So once this gets fatigued, it will take over the other ad account. The other ad will take over, and we can just keep rolling that ad unless it's fatigued again. So that's what running ads says. Basically, you run ads, you find the winning one, you wait for that to be fatigued, or you wait for that specific ad to burn out, and then you try to find another winning ad, right? Keep an eye on the frequency. Make sure that your frequency is not too high, okay? Because if it's too high, that means same people are seeing those ads multiple times, which is definitely not going to be good, because they will be scrolling, right? So cost per 1,000 accounts under metrics. This was probably this is like how much money your ad account is spending in showing these ads to 1,000 people, right? So impression, cost per 1,000 impression. So these are also important metrics, but the only metrics that you need to care about is cost per result and the frequency, right? If these two starts getting higher, then you have to start worrying. You have to start preparing, right? You have to start working on your ad account to get something going. You have to have something in backup. Now let's talk about our targeting and creative. So reach, frequency, cost per results. You are already aware of what cost per result is. Budget, amount spent, impression, CPM, link clicks is also one of an important factor. Link clicks is basically how many people have clicked on that specific link, so that you can actually calculate your conversion. You can actually check how many leads you have received here. So you see you have received 330 leads out of how many people? Out of about 2,371 people. So 2,371 people have clicked on that link, and you have received about 330 leads. So I would say it's more than 10%, right? It's more than 10%, which is, I would say, much better. I think it's about 15% if you calculate. It's much better than it's about 15%, something like that. I don't have calculator right now, but yeah, CPC is really good. So this is also one of the most important metrics. CPC determines cost per click. So it's costing me about $1.56 for the clicks, right? And that's why you can see the lower cost per lead. So if my CPL is really low, my cost per result is going to be really low. So you have to keep an eye on the CPC as well as the CTR. CTR, if it's above 1%, I would say that's absolutely great. That's really good, because any CTR, anything above 1% is considered to be as a good CTR. You can see these two campaigns, right? These two campaigns, you can see the CPC is awful, the CTR is awful, and that's why the cost per result is awful, right? So that's the main difference. If you have a really good CPC and CTR, your cost per result is going to be under control. It's going to look healthy. It's going to look really good, right? So you can see all the things, right? CPC, CTR, they are looking bad. Cost per result will look bad. If these two will look good, cost per result will look good. And also this determines your spending. This determines your, you can see here, frequency. So these are also a lot of, there are also other factors as well, but I would say frequency, CPC and CTR are one of the biggest factors in determining your lead cost, in determining how much well your campaign is going to perform. So now this is how you can analyze your ad account. So now we are going to dive into how you can optimize, or what are the targeting that I'm currently using for this ad account specifically. So you can see, as the name suggests here, this is broad 30 plus, right? Which means this campaign is broad, right? And you can see we are targeting entire New Jersey state, age is 30 to 65. Why would you ask we are using this age? Because we are targeting people who are homeowners. And I mean, there are people, or there are people who might be homeowners at the age of 25, but the likelihood of that is very less. So we if you check the average homeowner age in US is about 33. So we take about less 3 or 4, and then we take our age from 30 to 65, so that we are not wasting any money on 18 to 29 years old on them. So gender, we are targeting every single gender, because homeowner can be anyone, male, female, it doesn't matter. Detail targeting, we don't have any detail targeting here. You can see there is no demography, there's nothing, and our audience size is pretty broad. So I'll explain why we use broad targeting later in the video, and you can see the placement is advanced. So there is no complex targeting that we have done. We have tried, still we are getting good results, and that has been our strategy since the beginning. I have tried a lot of detailed targeting as well in our campaigns, in our ads, but I have seen time and time again that broad works better. And you might ask why broad works better, because Facebook is a really powerful AI, right? And you have to understand that Facebook knows better than you and me, right? So if you use broad targeting, Facebook will spend some money to learn about your audience. Facebook will spend some money in learning, and once it has the data, right, it knows what type of campaign you are running, what type of people you are targeting, then Facebook will target those people by default. Facebook will try to reach out people who have similar traits. So Facebook will build a persona according to your ads, your targeting, whatever things that you have done in past for your ads. Facebook will build that persona around, and it will try to find those people. So you don't have to do a detailed targeting. I know in some cases detailed targeting works really good, and if you have, let's say, targeting that you want to test out, I would suggest go ahead and test out. Let's say you can create 2 ad sets here. One is broad, and you can also create one detailed targeting. You are definitely open to test out anything that you want. Go ahead and test out, go ahead and see how things are working for you, and if you are getting success with the detailed targeting, that's good. If not, I would suggest keep everything broad and see how that changes your performance, right? So that's one of the minor tweaks that you can do that will improve your performance immediately within 1 or 2 days, and you can see the changes, right? Because broad targeting simply has more audience size to cover. You can see here we have almost 5 million people, right? So even though we are getting higher frequency, we have a lot more people, and Facebook will find more people, more similar personas, and Facebook will try to target those as well. Make sure that you always have a winning campaign. So what this will do, this will allow you to never run out of ads, this will allow you to never run out of options, and you will always have good performance, and your client will be happy, you will be happy, he will keep paying you every single month. So this is the detailed analysis for this ad account. Hope you liked the video. If you have any question, just let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you soon.